Munching bugs and the reject fish on their Lactation Conversation World Tour. Come to Water's Edge Africa at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo.
I'm Cameron, and this summer I was one of the interns in Water's Edge Africa at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. In this area, we had 2 gray-crowned cranes, Inzi and Taji. We also had 2 von der Deckens hornbills, Carl and Dahlia. This is Carl. We had the best little hogman in the whole world. This is Alex, the common warthog. He was one of my favorites to work with. We had 4 common Nile hippos, Biko, Zambezi, Omo, and Kasai. This is Omo. We also had 2 pink-backed pelicans, Plato and Pandora. We also had 16 African penguins. This is Napoleon. And then we had 6 ring-tailed lemurs and 28 guinea pigs, as well as one of the best teams in the whole zoo. A typical day started off with opening all the areas. This meant feeding the animals their breakfast and making sure they were where they were meant to be for the day, so letting them out into the yards or shifting them around if we need to. We also did a penguin feed at 9:30 a.m., where we would talk to the guests about the penguins. After the penguin feed, it was time to start cleaning. So we'd clean a lot of different enclosures throughout the day. We'd start in the morning, we'd clean some hippo enclosures, we'd move them around, we'd sometimes do penguins. I cleaned guinea pigs a lot with one of the JZKs, and we'd also vacuum.
Cameron, tell your fans what you're doing.
I'm vacuuming north.
Wow. Why do we do this?
So that the pools don't get full of poop and then really gross. It keeps the water clear for all the animals, for the hippos.
Wow, great description.
There was a lot of poop in all of the hippo enclosures to scoop, and I mean a lot of poop. One time we scooped 515 pounds of hippo poop. After cleaning, it was time to give the animals their lunch. So we'd go around and we'd give middays, is what we called them, to all the different animals, make sure that they had lunch. And then it was time to lunch ourselves. And sometimes we'd even go on little lunchtime excursions, like going on Skyride or even going up to the shrine. After lunch, we would prepare diets. So we'd go through all the produce and we'd make sure that the animals had food for the next day. And sometimes we'd even prep meds, or then we would do enrichment. Enrichment was something that was really fun for me. I felt like I got to express my creative side. The entrance. I feel like Vanna White. And then ready? That's what it looks like on the inside.
Yay. Wow.
Guinea pigs enjoying some sushi made out of fruits and vegetables. Sometimes we'd get super creative and we'd make ice treats out of fish juice. Sometimes after lunch we would even work on projects. So here's Mina and I collecting some sticks for the pelicans. Here's an example of a mix of a project and enrichment with the gray-crowned cranes. Also in the afternoon we got to work on building our relationships with our animals. So sometimes this would be just hanging out with them or giving them treats, and sometimes it would be actually training with them. Training was something that was really interesting to me. I like the behavior side of training. Something that I was really interested in was learning how to observe the animal and be able to make changes if I need to in the moment based off of their behavior and my behavior. Being able to observe my keepers' training sessions and then ask them questions afterward helped me feel like a lot more confident in my animal training skills. Here's me training Kasai, one of our hippos. I did lineup and backup with her. Training Kasai was a great experience because I got to learn how to make those split-second decisions. I think something that was really unique about my experience this summer as an intern is that I was a JZK, so I was part of the teen program at the zoo. So I went from being a JZK to an intern with full-blown responsibility. It was beneficial because I came into my internship already having some knowledge and experience, but it also was a little bit of a struggle because I was not used to having that much initiative and responsibility during my zoo day. I was used to kind of just coming in and cleaning and doing what the keepers asked me, but I got to really choose my adventure during this summer. Something that really helped was sitting down with my keepers and creating weekly goals. So I got to do things that I wanted to do each week, and this helped me break down my internship into more specific parts. Examples of some goals that I made this summer were learning how to ID the animals or learning more specific facts about them. This was pretty difficult, especially with the lemurs, but it was something that was really important to me. Worked with my fellow intern Maddie on some projects and things that we were passionate about. I also got to help shift the animals, so I called on the radio and pushed the buttons. I love guest interaction and the education side of the zoo, so I had the privilege of being able to do some hippo talks, which was another one of my goals. All along the you guys have any questions. Thank you so much. I think my biggest takeaway from the summer is the relationships I made, not just with the animals, but with the people too. My fellow interns, my JZKs, Austin. It was so beneficial to work so closely with such amazing, unique people. We all shared a common interest. It was so wonderful, and I'm so glad that I have some lifelong friends in these people. And to my Water's Edge Africa team, thank you so much. I could not have asked for a better team to lead me through my internship. Thank you, Austin, thank you, Wea, and thank you, Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, for another unforgettable summer. Go, keep going.
5, 6, 7, 8.
That's you counting down. Aaron, say hi.